Have you ever heard of the term COVID-related hate speech? You may be wondering what the coronavirus pandemic has got to do with hate speech. Come to think of it, hasn't the pandemic affected and influenced many more aspects of our lives than we can imagine? Given that the raging coronavirus has created health challenges, social-economic upheavals, mental and psychological trauma and much more, it has also given rise to a new wave of hate speech and discrimination. As nations and communities struggle with what has been commonly termed the strange virus, mental stability and emotion have been distorted with mixed feelings towards individuals and groups. These are expressed through conspiracy theories, stigmatization, stereotyping, and the use of derogatory language, which are also closely linked to the dissemination of COVID-related myths and misinformations. Just as the pandemic influences hate speech, so does hate speech heighten the effects of the disease on communities, especially conflict-affected and fragile communities. The interplay of the pandemic and hate speech has tended to strengthen underlying social and economic inequalities, which is especially true for refugees and internally displaced persons. With this new wave of COVID-related hate speech, social cohesion, solidarity, and trust are understanding values which are essential to tackle the disease. In all, young people are more susceptible to being influenced by existing conspiracy theories and misinformation about the virus, which tend to reinforce existing tensions between young people and the state authorities, and between vulnerable populations and the perception about COVID-19 response mechanisms. The strong message is for young people to take the lead in building cultures of peace and social cohesion within communities. Let us all bear in mind that the coronavirus does not care what we believe or do not believe in. We have a today to protect and a future to invent. We must build bridges of hope and not burn them. In the face of a virus aimed at causing a divide, we must rise above the odds. Though we cannot hold hands physically, we must hold each other in our hearts. Let us unite to fight COVID-related hate speech.